back. So I do want to talk about, when life happens, when you're faced with struggles, when you're faced with hardship, when you are faced with so much opposition, when you really don't know what to do, where to go, who to turn to, who to talk to, how do you move forward? I want to talk about that. So welcome to It's Never Too Late. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to It's Never Too Late. I'm excited that you are here. I thank you. Thank you. My name is Nadira. I am here to just be an encouragement to God's people, to let you all know that there's so much more to your life. There's so much more to your story, and let God continue to perfect the things. I'm here to just take you along a journey that I'm on in my process with the Lord, share encouragement, share my testimony, and just let you all know that if God could change my life and rewrite parts of my story, He can do it for you. So I thank you all for coming back. So thank you all. We are here, and I do want to talk about, when we go through things in life and the struggles. Whether it's struggles with your family, struggles with your children, financially, vehicles. I'm having some struggles with my car, but vehicles, your work, friendships, just things in life. There's so many ways you can struggle. I want to talk about just how to get through those struggles. And every scenario and every situation is different, so there's no black and white, right or wrong answer. I'm just sharing my part of how I have gotten through struggles recently and how I have overcame and continued to press forward. So, in life, we are going to struggle. In life, we're going to go through some things. In life, situations are going to happen that we didn't plan, that we didn't want, that was unexpected, right? Struggles, you may have lost your job, you may have gotten laid off. Struggles, your car may have just broken down, and you like, well, how am I going to get to work? And I recently went through something with my car. It's been acting up, antifreeze problems. There's been so much going on with my car. And I kind of found myself in like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Right? Car notes are high, and that's not what I want. My car is paid off by the grace of God. So I did not want a car note. I did not want to have to pay more money out for a car, but I know I need a car. I need reliable transportation to get me back and forth, and I had a moment where I was like, what am I going to do? And I just had to tell myself, like God will provide for me. He will not have me in a situation where I can't get my kids to school. I can't get to work, even though I work from home, but I can't get to work. I can't get my child to football practice or my daughter to practice. Like I can't do the things in my life. He's going to provide because he's my father, right? I had to really say, Lord, you are my father. You are my father, and the father will provide for me. And I'm not going to worry. It's even in the Bible. Do not worry. Do not worry about the things of the world. God will provide. He's going to provide all our needs. He's going to provide what we need. And it may not be in the way that we think, right? It may not even be on the time, but I say, you know what, Nadira? I had to tell myself in this moment that I can only control what I can control. So right now, yes, I'm going, well, my car is working good now. I took it to the shop. But at that moment, I had to say, yes, my car is going through things with the antifreeze and all the other things, but what can I do right now to keep it going? I.e., keep my oil change. If I gotta put the antifreeze inside, that's what I would do. And that's what I did, right? Was it an inconvenience? It was. I was having to put antifreeze in it every like 2 to 3 days. But at the end of the day, I said, I got to get to where I got to get to. I have to do what I have to do. And yes, it was an inconvenience, but I said, I still have a car to drive. It may not be driving at its full potential, but it's still driving, right? Sometimes we think things have to be in its full capacity. That's even with our life, okay? This is a word for me. We think we have to be this polished, everything so good, everything camera right, backlighting right, everything got to be right. But no, if we just continue to use ourselves where we are now and stop looking at the potential of where we could be, that's what may cause a hindrance in your life. Just use what you have in your hands now. Get your camera. I record on my phone. Okay. I don't have a camera. I would love to have a little camera, the lighting, the whole setup, but I don't. So I utilize what I have and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my ring light, my camera. I have my MacBook. I just invested in my MacBook. And I said, look, Nadira, you will utilize what you have to do what you have to do. So I know I'm talking about my car, but I just want us to use what we have and do what we have to do, right? Struggles will come in life. We will face opposition. We will go through things in life, but we cannot just crawl and curl up in a ball and say, I give up. I'm done. I'm not going to figure it out. I'm just going to quit. I'm just not, no, no, no. And we have to know that we serve a God that will provide for us in all aspects. And yes, I may be talking about my car, but you may be going through something that's a little bit more deep, right? You may be going through something personally, even when it comes to the loss of friendships and family members and having to disconnect from people and losing your job and losing your income and getting laid off. I know that's hard. I know you're like, well, Lord, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? But God says that He doesn't want us to worry, that He will care for us. He will care for us. Reach out to somebody if you know someone that can help you. Use avenues of assistance. There's so many things that so many avenues of help. And I know this is just a broad aspect. Even in struggles, God is still there, right? And we have to believe that He will work things out for us. He will make a plan for us. He will not. And I have to remind myself when I'm going through struggles, I really have to remind myself all the times that God showed up for me before, all the times that God's hand was in my life before, all the times where I felt like I couldn't make it and how God showed up before, all the times that my lights have never been cut off before, all the times that bill and even it may have been late, but it was paid all the time. So I thank God that even in the struggle, God still made a way, right? Even in the struggle, God was still there. And if you change your perspective and see how God was in the moment, even in the struggle, you'll always see God in everything, right? Sometimes we look so much at the struggle, the problem, the opposition, the failure, the mess up. We don't even see, okay, well, God, how are you even in this? God is in everything. No, I wasn't planning on my car being messed up, right? I wasn't planning on having to do that, but it taught something to me that you got to do what you have to do. And my uncle always said it. He said, sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do, and that's life, right? That's life. And I had to encourage myself. No, I do not want to lift up this hood every 2 to 3 days, pour this antifreeze, get my nails all dirty. I don't want to do this, but what else am I going to do? Not go where I need to go? Not do my responsibilities? No, I'm going to lift up this hood, put this antifreeze in, and I call her Big Red. Big Red going to get down the road, right? So I just want to encourage you, if you lost that job, if you are laid off, I know it sucks, right? If you got to be down for a day or two, okay, right? I get permission. You got to sit in it because I had my day or two. But after that, you got to get back up. After that, you got to rise back up and say, okay, I had my day. I had my 2 days. Now it's time to get back to it, okay? It's even in the book of James, the Lord talks about trials and tribulations are going to come. That's part of life, but we cannot allow that to cause us to get into a place of depression. We have to rise up. We have to fight. We have to keep going. And I know it's hard. I've been there. It's been days that I was just in a really funk. But I knew that the way for me to get back to where I knew I was, I had to just get back with God. I had to spend that intimate time with Him. I had to get back writing and being in my prayer closet and just telling the Lord how I feel, what's going on, where my mind is, because we're going to have battles, but we cannot allow the hard times to cause us to quit, right? Struggles are inevitable in this life. We are going to go through struggles, but we have to know that in every struggle, in every trial, that Jesus is with us. He is with us in the hardest parts. I've been through some hard things in my life. I've been through some hard struggles in my life, but God has always been with me. It's been things that I did not understand how I was going to make it out. I did not know how I was going to have the money to pay the bill. I did not know how I was going to be able to come up with plan B, C, D, but God did what he had to do because he is my father. He is my father and he's going to provide for me. My kids have what they need. And even in the struggle, God continues to build you up, right? You know, they say people that been through a struggle, they have this mentality that they're going to always go for it. They're going to always continue to do what they got to do. They're going to make a way out of no way, right? And I just want to let anybody know that's going through a hard time right now that it don't last. It won't always be like this. It won't always feel like this. Troubles don't last always. There is joy, there is sun, there is an answer, there is something coming for you. And you have to believe that this is not the end, right? It may be hard, but this is not the end. This is not the final destination. So I pray that you come up out of that place. I pray you come up out of that place of defeat and that you remember that God is with you through the hard things, through the hard struggles in life, and that He will get you through, and that the grass will be greener on the other side, right? And I know it may seem hard to understand. It's been times where I couldn't see it as well, but I said, you know what? It won't always be like this. I had to play my worship music. I had to spend time with the Lord and know that it will not always be like this. And I want to encourage you to continue to keep fighting the good fight. Continue to go to the Lord with everything that you have, even when it hurts, even when you don't understand, even when it's unfair, even when you don't know why. Go to Him because He is with you. So I love you all. I do. I thank you all for continuing to come back, continuing to share, continuing to just comment and show me love on this walk. I do have some things I'm working on behind the scenes. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you are signed up for my email listing because you will be the first to know. So stay encouraged. Stay with Jesus. If that's one thing I want you all to know, is to stay with Him. Stay with Him because He has the answer to every single problem, struggle, trial, success, plan, everything. He has the answer. So I love you all. God bless you all. And God willing, we will be back in our next video. Bye.